Hey, what's going on, everybody? We got How Perfection Died. Now, I've been getting recommended this guy for a long time now. Nathan Zed, I'm pretty sure that's his name. Go subscribe to Nathan Zed. And it looks interesting, so I might as well just try it out, you know? So, yeah, let's watch.
This video will not be perfect. Trust me, I've tried.
This reaction will be, though.
If you're looking for the finely tuned, the perfectly algorithmically researched way to hook you into this video, you're not gonna find it here. I'm sorry. I spent the first week making this video trying to do that until I realized perfection is boring, bro. We're in an age of perfection. With AI, with algorithms, every social
Bro,
media,
imagine if I try to have my intro be perfect every time. I really just don't give a fuck, bro. That's just lame as shit, you know? I just edited the same intro every single time over and over just because I wanted to be perfect. No, that's boring.
Service, movies, music,
just it's
all perfectly modeled and designed just for you.
I can't even focus on what's coming or what's next. I can only tell you how much better I'ma get.
Would you like the algorithm to decide what you watch today, or what you listen to, or who you talk to, or what you eat, or what you wear, or who you fall in love with? Man, what is this?
But at the same time,
that
let
is
me
crazy.
Real. I kind of like this. This is all very convenient. I like having everything perfectly
True.
ready for me to just consume.
Well, I feel like only in certain situations, right? Like he said, imagine if music was picked for you, which I mean, it's not really unless it can pinpoint what the music sound is good for you. I don't know. It would just be very hard. A lot of the stuff I get recommended on Spotify is shit because I listen to so many different genres, so they can't really pinpoint what I like. But I can't really even pinpoint what I like. It's pretty random, honestly. I mean, obviously, there are some aspects of songs that are kind of the same that I do like about them. But Spotify is pretty shit at it. I don't know. That might just be me and my recommendations. But usually, the recommendations that they give me are pretty shite.
But this might be because we're all kind of perfectionists in some way. I try to make things perfect to the point where I end up not doing anything. Because if it's not perfect, then what's the point? But right now, it feels like the world is shifting and appreciating more raw, unpolished things than things that are trying to be perfect. I'm trying to figure out what's going on and how we got here, and if maybe the answer can help us fix our perfectionism. Yeah, all right? I know you're in the same boat as me, all right? Don't lie.
Pickable, I just put them bookers in my chain. Pickable, 80 pointers like a Kobe game. Pickable, 762s, so make them perfect.
This is very,
I made a video about what happens when we don't
this is
even
very
try.
good
But on the other end of the
edited,
spectrum,
very good
when we
edits.
Trying to make everything perfect, that can be
This is
just
well
as bad.
edited.
As kids, we used to just do things without worrying if they were perfect. Just doing things for the love of the game. Not trying to fit into this perfect idea of who I should be or how I should do things. I used to be a kid that loved to draw. I'll make these fun little comics with this character called Buffalo.
I would do the same shit. I would bro. I used to have literally 3 folders of just comics, and they were really shit. They were terrible, but I loved making them, bro. I definitely don't have them now because I'm pretty sure I got rid of them. But bro, I used to when I was in school, in my free time, I would literally just make comics and it was so fun. And I obviously now I don't do that shit. But
yeah, Buff Boy. Still waiting for them to make a movie.
Sure,
about
was
this
awesome.
Guy, but I was just having fun. I wasn't worrying about being an artist. I wasn't
right.
This is my masterpiece. No, it's pure freedom when we're that young. And funny enough, that's how it felt in the young days of the internet.
Now that I've gotten on the
I don't know
internet,
about that.
I'd rather be on my computer than doing just about.
I mean, look, I saw in it. I'm pretty sure that was the little baby video he showed earlier. I saw the date 1998. Yeah, no, we're not. Sorry, I was personally me. I'm not that age. Hold on, my cat's trying to get on. All right.
Really cool.
The beauty of the internet is that you could share anything with anyone at any time. Instagram, you would literally post anything. You would not care. Now, if
I never
traveling
post.
the world, getting married, or having a baby, what's the point? What are you doing here? You really just graduated college? That's all you got? Social media felt freeing. And that's how it felt with music too. Artists had to learn how to use the internet for the first time. Rappers are dropping free mixtapes on DatPiff, SoundCloud. It was free-flowing creativity. Think about how many memorable names came up in the 2010s versus the 2020s. The only way you could come up is if you had your own interesting look,
right,
unique sound, your own story.
I mean,
everyone wasn't fighting for this.
It's different. I mean, yeah. Well, would you say that? Okay, in the early 2010s, were there more people? No. There. Nowadays, there are more musicians coming up more than ever. I mean, I mean, I think that's probably what the point he's about to make. But like, because back then, like, they didn't really know how to use the internet well. But now, like, the internet has evolved so much to where like people are able to like come up like crazy.
Same viral
It makes
moment
sense.
on the same app. It just felt like there was less rigidness in the way that stuff could go out there. And you could tell that that helped them creatively because the music was so good. With YouTube, it was just about you. You could do whatever. Straight fun. Everything was weird and offbeat. Nothing was perfect. This created distinct styles that all stuck out and
Buscus.
are still memorable
Swoozy.
to me till this day. Now everyone just copies the same two guys doing the same thumbnails, the same type of videos, even copying the way they speak.
I recreated every single thing 15,000 feet. Today, I'm spending one.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey,
Welcome to my new-
personally, for me, I don't really have the place to really like judge that kind of content because of me like look at my content. So hey, I'm just
my name is
I'm
Mr.
just gonna
Beast.
sit
This one
here.
guy said I'm just gonna make my whole channel AI. Now he's not even there anymore. It's just a computer-generated version of himself.
The AI face cam is also generated, and the AI video is also generated, and the video idea is also.
I sometimes get his videos on my
AI.
FYP. It's actually the most hilarious shit ever.
All right, whoa, all right, guys. Whoa.
We've gone too far, okay? At first, things felt messy. They felt real. They were exciting. Now everything has been so structurally perfected that nothing stands out. It feels like the internet grew up. In the same way that we grew up and that childlike optimism turns into grades, work, fit in, don't stand out. You're made fun of for being different. Get in line. We start performing in our everyday lives. And if
True.
it's not perfect, it's not worth it. All of a sudden, I tell myself, I'm not that good at drawing. And then now I look back and I'm like, oh, if I started back then, I could have been good by now, but I'm not. So it's over. It's too late for me. And I just stopped. I haven't tried picking up a pen and drawing something for 15 years. There's so many things I want to do that I've just never done. Painting, dance, hot yoga. Screw it, I'll try it. Roller skating.
Hot
I've
yoga.
never roller skated. It's too late for me now. All right, I'm a grown man, okay? You think I'm gonna be slipping and sliding trying to learn as a grown man now? No. We let that grown-up standard of perfectionism keep us from that childlike joy of just doing things. And it feels like society and the internet went through the same thing. Companies figured out what works and then just stuck to it. Every app has a For You page that never ends. When it comes to YouTube, if I hear one more person talking about content strategy, data analytics, audience retention, engagement, influencer brand, CPM, EDM, CSI, my head is going to
CPM.
explode. You're bringing an Excel spreadsheet to the party, okay?
Right,
Many
bro.
apps will be preying on the fact that we want to find the perfect person. Oh, that's what you want, huh? Here's 500 people that all kind of look the same. You found a small issue with somebody?
Nah, I don't even think about this. I'm not on a dating app.
Person. Wow, congratulations. And they blocked you. They blocked you. You're done. You thought it was over. Get back to swiping, buddy. Because of Hollywood and social media, every guy feels like they gotta look like this. Every girl feels like she gotta look like this.
Well, I mean, I already do look like that though, so it's like it doesn't even matter at the end of the
Hollywood
day.
and social media, every guy feels like they gotta
There's like leaked footage of like me with a mask on. Like, come on, bro, come on. Like, why do we keep leaking my shit, bro? Stop.
this. Every girl
We
feels
gotta
like they
stop
gotta look
this.
like this. Every dog feels like they gotta look like this. It's not fair, man. In music, every album comes out on this exact day at this exact time. Playlists will decide what's big. Doechii has good rhymes, but to be honest, I've never seen her music come up in my algorithm. I'm not saying she's not good. She just doesn't have a song everyone knows yet. This is the state of music. You're waiting for an algorithm to tell you what to like. What's going on? It just feels like we're in the same boring routine. Things are so rigid and corporate. So now the only thing that stands out is the exact opposite. But if things couldn't get any worse, one of the only people who truly embody this idea just died.
Who?
Director David Lynch had to be.
Oh,
at least
I've heard of
top
this
3
guy.
Old white people. I'm talking S-tier white. If you ever watch anything David Lynch, it's very obvious. There's only one of this guy. He knew who he was, and he could put that on screen. And nobody could replicate it. He would paint and talk about how your imperfections are your style. I was looking at the state of the world depressed, but then I heard that, and suddenly it hit me. Like a bomb went off in my head. Literally. I stopped drawing because I thought I was bad. This guy was 78, still painting. Even if I started now, by 78, probably be pretty good, at least. So I picked up a pen. And for the first time since I was 12 years old, I looked at something and started drawing it. But then, of course, that perfectionism starts creeping back in. This isn't for you, bruh. This sucks. You suck. And you're ugly. But then things started appearing on the page. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. This is actually kind of fun. I'd mess up here and there, but instead of getting annoyed and be like, I messed up, I just let it happen. I just let that be part of my style.
All right,
All the
these are a little too
imperfections
good.
was low-key my style, bro. And I thought about the most exciting things recently. They're
Damn,
not
if I
super
tried to draw that
polished
shit,
and
I would
rigid and
still be
routine
shit,
like
low key.
we're all used to. Enough of that. I want to see something weird. I want to see something offbeat. Even something like pop music, which is the definition of trying to be perfect. You can't stand out by being perfect anymore. Charlie XCX with Brat. that. She cut through this glossy pop world with this ugly color, okay? At first, people hated this cover. I hated it. I actually didn't want to leave it.
I still don't
down,
like it.
to be honest. But this
It's-
off-putting shade of green, along with the music that actually stood out, became huge. And now it's like, that color is her. Bro, there's a knife right there, bro. That's a brat knife right there, bro. Doechii just got a hit off of a storytelling track with no hook, old school instrumental, where she's talking about her addictions.
I'm not an addict.
Oh, okay, sorry, my bad. We're getting pop stars that look like this again. Lipstick on the teeth and everything. We're so back. Sabrina Carpenter being short, being like 4'2", and just embracing that, making that part of her style. Tyler's entire career has been like this, but recently him just dropping his album on a Monday made people lose their minds. It's like, hold on,
Yeah, that
hold on,
was
this
kinda
come out
crazy.
on Friday. I gotta switch up my whole way of thinking how I'm gonna listen to this. It just broke us all out of that simulation routine that we're all in. Rappers dropping on Instagram again, hopping on each other's songs. It feels like the era.
That Instagram shit is still kind of it is kind of annoying a little bit. It's a little
Less restrictions, less rules. Streaming has brought that feeling back to social media where it's more chaotic fun again instead of just cookie cutter. With movies, people have been rejecting the overly formulaic stuff we've gotten 100 times already. 5 years ago, these movies would have made $1 billion each. Now we're just tired of it. Some of my favorite movies aren't the ones that follow a perfect formula for success, but the ones that break the rules. The camera might not be moving the way it's supposed to. The characters aren't super cliche. They actually feel different. When you're only focused on perfection, you're afraid to take any risks. Anybody who's ever done anything cool wasn't afraid to mess up and just make that part of their story. Like these people, I was just drawing and having fun again. I was back to that childhood self. I didn't even know this was in me. I would have never picked up a pen and even done this. But then I made my biggest mistake. I showed people.
damn.
I was excited, so I shared my drawings. At first, I was afraid people wouldn't like it, but it was worse. They did. And it got me hyped up. I'm like, yo, I'm really doing this. Everything was going great until I went back to try drawing again. Things felt different. I was more rigid with my pen. I wanted it to be good in case I showed people again. Now when I'm drawing again, I gotta make it good. Now suddenly, I'm not even allowing myself to make mistakes. I'm not allowing the imperfections to happen. I'm literally erasing my style in real time. I'm back to square one. I'm not having fun anymore, so I gave up and I put my pen away. Maybe I'll try again in another 15 years. Who knows? I can just type what I want in ChatGPT now anyways, bro. What's the point of this? I let my perfectionism win. Again. But I realize this isn't just me. That's how the world is right now. We're at a point where it's easy to make things perfect, where now it doesn't even mean anything. Why make real life connections when you can just scroll in the comments and feel connected? Why take the time to learn a skill when you can just get a computer to do it for you? Why get a real girlfriend when you can have an AI one? And trust me, that last one sounds tempting. No failure, no awkwardness, no stress about messing it up, no time wasted. It's perfect. I got it wrong. Maybe this is the way we're supposed to live. This guy was right, okay? I surrender. You won.
He is
Just as
not
I was signing
right.
up for my 6-month membership to my new AI girlfriend, Margaret, I got a text. My friend invited me to do something I've never done. You're probably thinking it was climbing a mountain. Maybe riding a bull. I wish. No, it was roller. Like I said, I have never been roller.
I don't really care for roller skating. I don't know. Like if I go roller skating, like it's like okay, I went around the circle like 3 times. Like what's next? You know what I'm saying? Like what? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I just kind of find it a little boring. But like I'm low key more. You know how those roller skating rings, they got like kind of the arcade games and like the claw machines in the corner. Like I'd rather do that shit honestly than roller skate. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm just going around in a circle over and over. I'm not actually like doing anything interesting. But I don't know, man. Well, I can do anything interesting because I'm not like that great at roller skating. I'm just kind of like mid as fuck, you know?
Skating in my 27 years of life. I'm going roller skating for the first time as a grown man. I probably felt like 45 times on my butt. And if you're wondering why that footage isn't playing right now, it's because it's been scrubbed from the entire universe.
Delete that footage.
Bro, there's women there, man. They're watching me fall. And little kids, they're all skating around me. Now, let me tell you, this is a very humbling experience. When was the last time you had a 6-year-old girl try to help you with something? Exactly. But on my 45th time falling in an almost split, I realized something. I gotta be like a little girl. Okay, now that sounds crazy. Just hear me out real quick. When I was a kid, I wasn't thinking about impressing anyone or performing. I don't care how I look, if I look dumb, if I'm falling on my butt 50 times. This was just fun, man. I was doing it for the love of the game. But that lack of fear is what lets us get better at those things. But then you get older and it's like, oh, what will people think? Oh, what if I mess up in front of them? I've talked before about how the only way to live in a world with AI is to be even more human. But what does that mean? That means embracing error, or not being being afraid of error. In a world where perfection can get done in 2.5 seconds, you might as well lean into imperfection. That's the only way to stand out at this point. And that's not just for beating AI, that's for ourselves. I'm realizing my imperfections are my style, but that extends to more than my work or whatever I might be insecure about. The way I look, the way I act and am, the way I might speak, the way I think, the way you smell. Like, all right, bro, okay. All those things about us, that's just our style. And my style is mine. And that's low-key my superpower, bro. And comparing it to anyone else is like Spider-Man being like, oh, bro, I wish I could fly. It's like, bro, you get stuck from webs. What are you talking about? Just get better at what you already got. Bro, Uncle Ben didn't die for this, bro. As humans, we want to feel something real. Even if it's messy, even if it's scary or not easy, we're always going to want that. All these other things, that's the illusion of realness, the illusion of connection. It feels perfect, but it's not real. There's no style. I don't want it to be perfect, okay? I want it to be real. For the love of the game.
Damn. That was actually a really good video. What? Why was that so good? What the fuck? I mean, really, at the end of the day, all this guy just spoke facts for the entire video. Look, honestly, I like this past month, like, you know, like, I really like, because, you know, I'm in high school. You know how high school is. Like, that shit will really fuck your mind. Like, high school can really, like, boggle your mind. Like, and you could be, like, in your own little high school world. Like, there are so many things about high school that aren't true about real life. Like, bro, like, let's be, even in high school, I last month, I really had, like, a brain check. And I was like, wait, like, none of these, like, niggas matter. You know what I'm saying? Well, obviously, like, you know, let me explain that more. So, like this guy said, like, you know, it's fine to have error. It's fine to, you know, be real. But, like, a lot of people have the mentality in high school where, like, that's just not true for them. You know, like, you got to be this, you got to be that, you got to do this, you got to do this shit. But, like, when you really think about it, like, who fucking cares about their opinion, you know? Like, I've had to, like, recently, I really had to, like, think again to myself, like, who fucking cares what they think? You know what I'm saying? Like, unless, like, you're, like, committing a crime or whatever, like, do you know what I'm saying? It's like, there's so many people out there who care about strangers' opinion, like, strangers, like, you don't even know their name, like, you don't even know what they do, they're just there, like, they're literally NPCs in your life, and you think you care about what they think. It's just, it's honestly brain dead, you know. That's like kind of the mentality I've been having more recently, and honestly, it's a good mentality, but don't like over not care. Like, you have to care to an extent, you know. You can't care too much. If you care too much, then you're not really you, right? Like, you do shit just for other human beings. But, like, also, like, if you want to, like, if being you is not putting on deodorant, well, okay, maybe you should probably care about what strangers think. You know, if strangers are coming around you and fucking plugging their nose like this, then maybe you should probably care about that. But, like, you know, like, kind of find a middle ground to where, like, shit that, like, doesn't even really matter. Like, don't care about people's other opinions. Unless, like, your friends. Like, take criticism at times, obviously. But, like, just random shit. Like, oh, like, I'm standing, like, weird as fuck. Like, what are these people going to think? Like, who gives a shit? Like, I guarantee you, most, like, the people around you are not caring. Because you, think about it. In that situation, you're thinking about yourself. So what are other people thinking about around you? Themselves. So who genuinely gives a fuck? No one's gonna give a fuck if, like, oh, I got my leg up when I'm sitting. That's weird. I should put my leg down. Like, what? Like, genuinely, nobody gives a fuck. You know? That video kind of really reminded me of, I don't know why it took so long to explain that, but whatever. Oh yeah, this is a good video, man. Yeah, go subscribe to Nathan Zed. This is really good. I don't think I could ever make a video like this. Like, editing, like, goes crazy. I don't know if he has an editor. I don't know if he does, like, his own edits. But yeah, this is pretty good. Go subscribe. All right. Thank you for watching. Follow, be sure to subscribe to my second channel. Subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.